there. My name's Russ Porter. Several reasons. The first, I wanted to, number one, I wanted away from the control of my father. He was a good person, but I wanted away from him. I didn't like anybody telling me what to do. So it really didn't make a lot of sense to join a service where everybody tells you what to do. But I did okay in the service. Another reason, I'd be able to drink in the service. And I had already started drinking when I was about 15. And I didn't have any education. I didn't have a way to make a living. I'd quit school when I believe I was a sophomore, maybe junior. I think I was a junior. And I got a GED in the service. First thing they made me do was go take a GED, a government education diploma. And then I had it turned into a regular diploma from Galveston High School when I was 21 years old. When I first went into the service, I did basic training in San Antonio, Texas. And that was an 8-week program. And then I was stationed, received orders to go to Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, at an AC&W site. That's aircraft early warning. It was a little radar site out in the boondocks of northeastern North Carolina. And I was there for, just right at a year, and I put in to go to Okinawa. And was there on Okinawa for about a month, and then detached out to a little island. It was southwest of Okinawa. I don't really know how far. It took a day to get there on a boat. And there we was on another radar site, AC&W site, for about 13 months. And it's up on the top of the mountain, a beautiful, beautiful island. And my drinking got pretty bad out there. There was a lot of drinking went on. There wasn't anything to do. The island was 4 miles by 6 miles. I don't know. It possibly taught me some responsibility, you know, in the powerhouse. I had to be responsible to make sure the radar was running. And the way the radar ran was to keep the engines running, to keep putting out power. I'd say it taught me responsibility. Got to know myself a little better, probably. Accepted the fact that I drank more than I needed. By the way, this is iced tea. The natives were very nice people, pretty low-keyed. Probably the surprising reaction was they drank sake, and GIs drank whiskey, VO and Canadian Club and beer. And I hated their beer. It was the nastiest, but got used to it. But they always wanted to play judo and or sumo, either. And I'd gone down to the schoolhouse where they taught that, and I was involved in a little of that. And probably my surprising reaction was I got my butt kicked real good 2 or 3 times in that. But there wasn't people that were confrontive. They were just easy going. But you have to keep in mind, this was in 1959. You know, the war was over in 1945. We were at war with them, and they knew the power of the United States. And the Okinawans at that time hated the Japanese. If you wanted to get in a quick fight, all you had to do was call one of them a Jap, and you'd get one between the eyes. Looking at it today, I'm 71 years old. Probably the worst thing was the availability of alcohol and things like that. For me, I was a young, impressionable kid that wanted my way. Naha City was a nice city. I mean, well, what a GI called nice and what people would call nice today is a whole lot of difference. I mean, there was a lot of bars and houses of ill repute. I remember me and Teddy Cripe, my lifelong friend who's deceased, he died drunk in a car wreck when he's 29 years old. Probably the best was the day I got discharged. I got an honorable discharge. I'm a patriot. I believe in the military. I believe in the country and God. The worst was I was drunk New Year's Eve of 1959, and I hit a pine tree in my car running high speed. And I was in the hospital for 3 days, shy of 6 months, laying on my back in a spica cast. They put a steel rod in my left leg and did a bone graft on my left hip and various other cuts and bruises.
Can you tell me more about the day you got discharged?
I probably got drunk. I don't remember. That our social life was drinking, and I did a lot of that. And it seemed like everybody did, but not everybody did. Actually, the people I acquainted with were drinkers. The military was a good thing for me. I'd have probably ended up in jail or God knows where without the structure that the military had. And life's good. I don't need that crap. People have asked me, how do you become successful? I've always pretty much been successful, whatever I did. I said, you find something you like to do, and you learn how to do it, get educated in it, and then do a hell of a lot of it, and take care of your money. That's the key to success, in my opinion. Recently, Lana, my wife and I was looking on the computer, and I pulled that up, and it said travel plans to Kumishima. That was the name of the island, K-U-M-E, Shima. I thought, why would anyone want to go to Kumishima? And we pushed the button on the computer, and it came up on the northeast corner of Kumi. It's a resort, big casino. I assume they're casinos, big hotels, and it was kind of interesting. But in my opinion, going back, I can remember going over to that part of the island on a camera run one day. There was old mama sons, that's what they called the old women, walking around with nothing on their tops. I mean, they lived there like they had for centuries, And my first reaction was, they ruined that island. They probably ruined those people, with progress.